Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
This is the Flintstones on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, released in 1988 by Grandstand. It was also released on the Commodore, the Amiga, the Atari ST, the Amstrad and the MSX. And then in 1991 it was also released on the Sega Master System. Now you're thinking, haven't you played this? No, I played the version by Quicksilva, released a few years prior, that I actually thought was a bit pants. However, compared to this, that game is a majestic masterpiece. So anyway, right, as far as I can tell there are a couple of stages, but on the Spectrum there may be only 2 stages. Basically Fred wants to go bowling with Barney. However, Wilma tells him he has to paint the room and babysit Pebbles at the same time. And hilarity ensues. Only it doesn't. But we'll get to that when we play it. And then you go bowling with Barney, which is it's even more depressing than the first game. And on other versions, I believe you drive from Fred's house to the bowling alley. I don't know. Maybe there are more than 2 stages, but in this menu it lets you play the first stage, or practice the first stage, or practice the second stage. There's no point practicing the first stage. Just try and play it, because you won't beat it, and then you just practice the second stage. Now, listen to the music. This is 128K only. Right, there's kind of somewhat the Flintstones tune from the cartoon intro in there. I love the Flintstones, by the way. I absolutely love, and still do, the Flintstones. Right, so yeah, it's kind of, you know, they've added a few extra notes, and it's kind of, you know, a little bit different, but the speed is there. The speed is there. That's the important bit. Are you ready? We're going with Kempston. It won't let me use keys. This did actually get pretty good reviews on the Spectrum, at least back in the day. I know I'm probably going to repeat myself a whole bunch of these times. The Amiga and Atari ST were praised for their graphics. Apparently some people said they were just like the cartoon. I sincerely doubt that. Anyway, right, what do I want to do? Kempston. Kempston would be number 3. So yeah, listen to the tune. It's by no means perfect. It is to what's coming. Right, so practice part 1. Well, 0 play part 1 because we aren't going to finish it. Oh, this bit's cool, apart from this sound. That is cool, and this bit. But that's the best you could do. And also there's sample speech in other versions. You could have done that on the Spectrum. Anyway, paint this wall now, Fred. There's Wilbur. My front room. Pebbles in her crib. I was going to say crypt. Bucket of paint there. Look, I want to go bowling. Right. Timer bottom right lives to the left of that. Score bottom left. Then it's high score bottom right. See those pins on the green triangle, upside down triangle? That means nothing. Right. So put her in there. At which point my paintbrush, which is a squirrel. There was no Peter in prehistoric times. Right. Anyway. So yeah. See that where it says cover and brush. Cover is, I don't know how much of the house I've covered, and brush is how much paint there is on there. Are you listening? I don't mean to my amazing sound effects. Oh, she'll write on the wall. See? And she'll write on the wall even if you painted it. So yeah. Listen to that music. They almost had it right on the title screen. Apparently they wanted to mix things up. So they made a drunken, incredibly slow, nightmare-inducing version of the theme song. I mean, they clearly knew what the Flintstones sounded like, so why did they do that? Honestly. Now, I don't think I had this back in the day. I don't know if it came on, there was a demo in a magazine or something, but I do remember playing this state, and I do remember coming to pretty much the same conclusion I am now. That it's slow. I think the Spectrum version compared to others was slow. I think, and the Amstrad, probably a port of the Spectrum. Commodore was probably they said was the fastest of the 8-bit versions. Right, come here, you fucking squirrel bastard. Right. Got him. But they've not made a game. Yeah? Yeah, anyway, sorry. I think I had this on a magazine and came to the same conclusion now, but it's clunky, slow, frustrating. I mean, why don't you just put pebbles in another fucking room, you dumb Stone Age bastard? It ain't rocket science. Well, give it a Barney and say, can you look after pebbles? Because, hey, you can't go bowling anyway. He can't until, you know, you're ready. Right, so when you've done this bit, oh, I have done that bit. I thought the knot in her hair or something, the bun in her hair was unpainted wall. Look, I don't know how many times the egg timer has to go, right? It's not egg timer, sand timer, whatever. Right. Then you have to paint the top of the guts. So as you can see, all you basically do is exchange one thing for another thing. Sometimes you'll luck out when the squirrel, when you grab pebbles, you'll drop the squirrel. Sometimes it'll be right there. Up the ladder. Moving a ladder in itself is fucking rocket science. It's just awful. Is this the best you could do? This is what I mean. Now suddenly I've got a whole new appreciation for the other games. Is this the best you could do? I mean, you've essentially ignored the music that makes me want to smash myself in the face repeatedly with a blunt item. You haven't made a fun game. You literally are making me feel like I'm painting the house. You've made a chore simulator. Look. Oh. The best I've ever got is 3/4 of the room. And I felt like I achieved something. But I couldn't try it again because, again, said statement about blunt item. No. Oh. You haven't got, I don't care what anyone says, I'm sure there are people I know who could beat it, but I'm just going to say, look, you haven't got enough time. And to be fair, you don't want enough time. That music, I swear they're trolling us. Back then, they were trolling us. Oh, look. The only funny thing about that is she technically drew, you know, caveman art. Oh, she got... Jesus, she's quick with her crayons. She's quicker with her crayons than I am with a brush. That bit just painted itself and then. Did you see that? While I was moving the ladder. How is she this quick? It's still there. I meant the headache, not the caveman drawing. No you don't, no you don't, no you don't, you fucking annoying child. I should just stick her in the pot and use her head to paint the walls, then I don't have to worry about her writing on the walls or escaping. Oh. It must just be the Spectrum version that's this bad. I mean, I probably should have played this, but I thought it... Fucking ladder! Only fair that since I played... I'm kind of happy it's over. I played the previous game by Quicksilva, that I should give this a version. This is unbelievably slow, clunky, painful. The music, it's... I mean... Were they just thinking, they can't have been pleased with this or impressed and thought, look what we've done. Anyway, you think this is slow, clunky, unbearably boring and, well, shit. You haven't seen shit yet. Let's play the second stage. Dear Lord, this is the third attempt at trying to play the bowling section of this game. The first time, to be fair, it was my own numpty fault. I forgot to press record and was basically just talking to myself. The second time, my card filled up. This time, oh, this is how much I love you people. I need you to see both stages. 3. Let's go, Kempston, and let's go with practice part 2. So again, were there more than 2 parts on the Spectrum? But do I have to load the other side of the tape, even 1 to 8K? I don't know. There were definitely more in other versions of it. But anyway, bear in mind again how fast this tune is, and 2, how slow the tune was in game on the first level. Because did I mention it's the same music? It's the same nightmare-inducing music. Right. Anyway, egg timer bottom right. Next to that, lives in the bottom high score, regular score. To the left of that, you'll see the pins, and to the right of that, you'll see speed and right. So you either have speed or left or right, which is your, aiming left or right down the alley. Because at the top right, you see the alley in first person. On the left, you see Fred side on, and in the middle you'll see Fred's score, Barney's score. I'll have to shut up and start playing, but like I said, this got really good reviews back in there, at least in the Spectrum magazines I read, and they praise its graphics. Oh, I forgot how difficult it is to get your speed right. And then also what happens, and not just because I screwed up my speed, look how long it takes for my move to translate onto the right hand side of the screen. Oh, he's not going to get a gutter ball. He is. Clearly I was going to hit that. Then, was it monkeys who did this in the cartoon? The things drop down, pick up all the pins and then put them back down, because for some reason it wants to give you a perfect depiction of what it's like to bowl in a real bowling alley. But it takes so long. I don't know if it's this long on other versions. Ooh. The frustration for this. I thought the first level was shit. This is something else. Right. Bam! You can get a strike. I saw Barney get a strike just before my card filled up. So you can get a strike if you want to persevere, but it's that music. I mean, they must have been really impressed with it to put it on the second level. And also, clearly they have listened to the Flintstones music, so why do they suddenly decide to make it this slow? And apparently Barney's shot takes just as long. See that? He hits the pin on the outside, it takes it out. I hit it, it goes gutterball. So yeah, it's a combination of everything so slow and frustrating, the controls are shit and unresponsive, and then... Look. Oh, no. Yeah, it's just slow, frustrating, and awful music. Now, what I will say about Barney is, who remembers Barney's eyes? Barney's cold, dead eyes. Because he had a weird eye thing. That was intended. Cold, dead, weird eye thing going on. In fact, didn't Wilma as well? What was that? Some people have weird, expressionless, soulless, dead eyes. And other people had proper eyes. I mean, I even noticed it as a kid. Right. Tag, right. Oh, it's so pensive when you do the power, because it's... Where is it? What? You don't even get to see your ball. I mean, it has to go into the gutter if you've missed, or if I just shot it at a 90-degree right angle. Oh, once again, if anyone actually loves this game, good for you, but it's surely not on the Spectrum. Surely not. Am I completely missing a trick here on how to play it? It's just... I don't know. It's like slow-mo in that Dread movie, isn't it? Everyone is taking slow-mo. At least the people who wrote the game and the music. See, guys, look what I go through for you. Right. I accidentally pressed right then. I didn't want to press right. Ooh, look at that. That should have been a strike. Anyway, I can't take any more of this, mainly because this is the third time I'm playing it. But if you played this on any other version, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this. I hear that on the Amiga and the Atari ST, it's really rather quite good, or so the magazine said. But this game to me is just utter shies and biscuits. Look, my timer ran through and then I'm still here. So, the Flintstones by Grand Slam on the ZX Spectrum. I played it, so you don't have to. Thank you very much for watching, tolerating. I'll see you later.